things could have been different in Tower Defense Simulator had testers gone their way, because some original ideas never actually made it past the cutting room edge for the things that we currently see in the game. For example, the accelerator, yeah, that was not meant to be a hardcore tower. It was meant to be added much sooner, but more on that later. Now, I got this because someone asked me to go over Tom's the Ninja's old messages, because they keep posting about things that they had said, which isn't public news, wasn't mainstream news, but is very interesting to note. So back on the 26th of March 2022, Tom said that the real reason that golden mode was removed because it was extra and useless. That was the only reason for it to exist. And back then, before the hardcore update, there was no time to remake it, which is what I said previously with the reason why golden mode was removed. They didn't have time to remake it. Not a lot of people were playing it, so it was quite easy to just can it in favor of, say, a reworked Fallen mode. If golden mode was played more than Fallen mode, more than not likely, golden mode would be reworked, not Fallen mode. However, because Fallen mode was played more, because of the harder game mode, there was more time invested into reworking Fallen mode and then just canning golden mode completely because it was too similar to Fallen mode. Solnorster asked, why did Polluted Wastelands get removed? It was removed because it was unbalanced. So this was back in 2022 when it was removed. 2021, but this was being said in 2022. So it was unbalanced because normal and multi-modes in Polluted Wasteland, they actually were easier than most game modes because of the long path and the fact that none of the enemies were remade. However, for Fallen mode, it was significantly harder because there were some enemies that were replaced. And back in 2021, actually, these enemies were easier purely because towers have gotten more powerful with the terms of like the accelerator. And the game mode itself was like kind of unbalanced because it has not changed since it was added in 2020. But yeah, there were changes. For example, the nuclear Fallen King, which was this thing back in the day. It had some changes, like partial electric immunity being replaced with energy immunity. However, overall, the game mode was just kind of unbalanced, and the fact that golden mode didn't exist after the overhaul update, but Fallen mode did exist, and Fallen mode would like the gap between multi mode on Polluted Wastelands 2 and the gap to Fallen mode was significantly difficult, which is why it was removed in the first place, because it was just hilariously unbalanced. People have speculated that it was removed because Molten mode was easy to farm on Polluted Wastelands 2, and back in the day, Molten mode was the best game mode to grind out coins because it was fast, and compared to Fallen mode, it was faster compared to the amount of coins that you get per wave. However, this is not actually the case. Tom said that it wasn't removed. It was not removed because it didn't have enemies on all modes, which I guess seems fair, but maybe it was like a subconscious decision to remove Polluted Wastelands 2 because every single game mode could be played on it. That's just speculation on my part. Apparently it's not the case, but I like to speculate that's the true reason, and that's what some people have said. Oh, back in the day as well, Polluted Wastelands, the original version, was said to be coming back. However, that's not the case. Polluted Wastelands 2 came back. I say came back, it was remade into Polluted Wastelands 2. I would like to see Polluted Wastelands in like the sandbox mode as a map that you could play, but obviously I don't think developers would do that. I don't even think it's in the game's code anymore, so you'll just have to re-add it purely just for sandbox mode. Now, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to leak this. This is in special chat, but this is not booster chat. There is no warning for me not to leak this chat. I mean, technically, most people cannot see this chat, but to get here, you just need to be for example, an artist. You need to be a podium placer, so I believe that's something to do with the things that the community runs or something. I don't know. In any case, you can easily go see it if you're one of these people, and there's no warning saying I can't leak this. So, developers, come after my ass. Anyways, Tom here started to talk about the Crystallizer, saying, and then someone asked, is that an old tower? Tom also said that I almost got in trouble for it, but like old. Further clarifying that this was a very recent thing. So, the Crystallizer is a tower that was kind of made in 2024. I can only leak what's being said here because I'm pretty sure the developers will come off my ass. Tom said that they had footage of the tower, so it is a Crystallizer tower, but they doubt that I can share it. Now, I can probably say this, I have seen the Crystallizer tower. However, I don't think it's in the game's code anymore, so you can't hack to do it, nor can you exploit to do it, because that's all I can say. And Tom said that originally it was going to be the tower for Polluted Wastelands 2. Now, currently, there are three special maps. Two of them give exclusive towers, or towers that you can then further buy. So, for example, Badlands 2 that has the Cowboy, and Pizza Party has the Warden. However, Polluted Wastelands 2 has been sort of an odd thing because it was added first when the concept of having a tower for beating a special mode was not a thing. However, the Crystallizer would have solved that issue, or that problem, or that feature or missing thing, that the Crystallizer was going to be the tower that you get for beating Polluted Wastelands 2 or more likely, if you beat Polluted Wastelands 2, you'll be allowed to unlock the Crystallizer Tower for 400 coins, or 4,000 coins. This being, further clarifying that this is the one that we have right now, aka Polluted Wastelands 2, not Polluted Wastelands the original. Tom says that this is a Spike Factory type tower, so actually it would have been similar to the Trapper right now, because the Trapper is like a sort of a Spike Factory from Balloons Tower Defense, and a Spike Weed from Plants vs Zombies after the recent rework for it. And that was it. Can't imagine the giggles QA testers are having right now. This is going to be for Polluted Wastelands 2. Footage of it exists. I have it, but I can't show it. So there, somewhere in like the hard drives of one person's computer does footage of the Crystallizer exist. However, it's not going to see the light of day because I believe Tom has retired and left the TDS community. Whether he comes back just to post the Crystallizer Tower, I don't know. I might have footage of the Crystallizer Tower accidentally, I don't know. I really doubt it. Even if I do, I don't think the developers will allow me to even show it. And the best leak we have is the Crystallizer looks so cool. And then Tom Fetz said that, I mean, I probably can leak it because the Trapper exists, but like I won't. Crystallizer Tower is never coming to TDS. Sorry, Wokies. The models were once again finished. The model is finished, I remember. So it seems like there was actually a model for the Crystallizer. It's just that it never hit the main game, nor was there an opportunity for leakers to actually see it in the main game because it was only in the testing game. I believe I can say that without getting banned. So yeah, there was an original tower for the Polluted Wastelands 2. I say original, a tower that was meant to be added in 2024 to complement the 2 other towers that you got for beating special game modes. However, this was not the case. It was canned for an unknown reason. And also, the main purpose why I posted this video is that speaking of Polluted Wastelands 2, back when Polluted Wastelands 1 was a thing, the accelerator was going to be the reward tower, hence why the nuclear accelerator was a skin. I didn't know this at the time because I wasn't a QA tester at this time, and apparently Photon was confused as well. And in fact, a lot of testers didn't know either. Tom further said that the hack was going to be released after Badlands 2, that was a thing, and the Crystallizer is not happening because the Trapper exists. So, yeah. So, whatever came out of the Crystallizer became the Trapper. The Crystallizer got turned into a Jester and Trapper. So, the Crystallizer may have had, like, special effects similar to the Jester, like poison, like confusion, like burn. So, you may have been able to swap out the traps, or similar traps, for the Trapper to be something like that, but that was never the case. Now, it would be cool to have a tower that rewards at the end of Polluted Wastelands 2, but given the fact that it's been a while since this, and the original idea for a tower was sort of canned because of the Trapper, I just don't ever see it happening, ever. And the fact that the accelerator was originally meant to be the reward for Polluted Wastelands and never came out until the hardcore update for hardcore gems, yeah, it kind of just shows back in the day, these things just never fleshed out. There are a lot of unreleased features. This being one of them because it's out kind of in the public and people have posted it. Like here, for example, back when Polluted Wastelands was a thing, da-da-da. So it is public developers. Don't come after me. You know, I have no idea what to put on the thumbnail for this video because I think I kind of know what the Crystallizer looks like, but obviously I can't actually leak what it looks like. Otherwise, developers will come after my ass. Maybe one day they'll post like all of the developmental images for the Crystallizer. But for now, the best I can do is probably like the Trapper with the Dark Frost skin. Yeah, that's got crystals. I just replaced the Spike with like a hardcore gem or something. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Just think of that as the Crystallizer Tower. Probably not the same. And then the Crystallizer Tower was meant to be made before the Trapper, but fair enough.